So to get started on the plain weave, we've got our stick shuttle wrapped. You're gonna go the opposite of what your pickup stick is. So the first one is over, so you're gonna start the first one under, and you just go over under every warp thread. And even though we're gonna be pushing our yarn down, there's more give towards the center, so you don't have to be weaving down here. You can go ahead and do it in the middle of the loom. So then you just pull the stick shuttle through, and then you wanna make sure you leave a tail. I always say like a good 4 or 5 inches, and you're gonna bring it down and hold it here, and you wanna do a 90-degree angle, and then you pull this down so you make that nice arc, and then you're gonna pack that down. And so that arc just helps give enough slack in the yarn so that it's also going over and under every yarn. You don't want it to be so tight, because then what happens is when you're weaving, it starts to pull it in, so it starts to look more like a corset instead of having nice straight sides. So now we're going back, so we're gonna go the easy way, and you just flip that up and go straight through, and you still, on the same side, do your 90-degree angle, and then you pull that down, and then push the yarn down. And so we're gonna do 12 rows of plain weave, and then we will get started on the next technique. So once you finish your 12 rows, you can go ahead and clip the ends. Make sure to leave a little tail on the end, because you're gonna have to tuck those in when you're finished. And so just a reminder, every time when you do a plain weave, this is also, sometimes you'll see it called a tabby weave, you wanna make sure you're doing that 90-degree angle and then arcing. It's very important. That's what will help keep the sides. If you end up with little loops excess on the end, that's not a big deal. When it's all said and done, you can go ahead and feed that through and tuck it and pull it on the back side. But if you're too tight, there's no way to loosen it up. So don't worry about if you're having little nubs on the end. You can always fix that later. But that arcing, the angle and the arc is very important in the plain weave.